Good morning, everyone. Sorry about last week. It was just one of those weeks last week. Yes, it's Monday and it's glorious out there, but it's still a bit. Hang on a minute. Forgot to. There we go. I forgot to mute the YouTube thing. So yes, it's a glorious day out there today. We've got no one watching at the moment. Oh, one watching. Sorry.
Yeah, that's me.
Yes, it's glorious out there today. We had quite a busy week last week. I was losing my voice on Wednesday. That's why I didn't go live Wednesday. And the guy came to fix the boiler on Thursday because we hadn't had no hot water for 2 weeks. So he had to do a bit of running around. But we got it sorted eventually. And then, as most people know, went to car showroom on Friday. So yes. So coming shortly to the Pickering household, a new car. So I have got my coffee. Hi to the two viewers. Pixie's one of them, so hello to the other one.
Like some toasted.
Excuse me, I'm just drinking my coffee. So yeah, so hopefully, touch wood, we're back to normal this week. I've got a vlog coming shortly, soon. Got the ingredients and everything. It's just getting it done. Same as I say last week. And yes, the title suggests I won a giveaway. So, hiya Pleco, how are you? 2 to 4, I actually missed it. And I was the last one drawn out the hat. So yes. What?
No, I think nobody wants to see me in my dressing gown.
Hiya Nick, how are you? So yes, I actually won. I actually won a God mask. Hiya Kate, how are you? So yeah, I was quite excited about that because I enter these giveaways and I never win anything, but I did last night. And sort of went in after the fight and he says, guess who was the last one to be drawn out? And he showed me this notepad and there I was at the bottom of the page. So yeah, quite excited about that. Christy Burr. But on another note, poor old Bella is really, really poorly. I've spoken to her on a number of occasions and she's really, really poorly. And she's down at her daughter's at this. She's not quite sure. She thought when it first started, she thought it was a cold. Then she thought it was the flu. But it's like all her throat and her eyes are sore. And she rung one of these... rung one of these, I don't know, NHS whatever lines, and they says it's just a virus. But I said, because it's the throat and everything, it could be tonsillitis. I don't know, but she, you know, she is really, really poorly with it. Fixington. So yeah, and we're just waiting on a phone call now about the car. They did say about 3 weeks. So it's just a case of waiting and seeing now. So broom, broom. No, it's vroom, vroom. But, yeah. Hurt your drone car. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, if people weren't aware, I mean, it's part of the Motability. It's brand new, spanking, brand new car.
Straight off the production line.
Yeah, straight off the production line. Can even choose the colour and everything. So yeah, we're excited about that. Did you get your hair? No, it's a mess. It needs a little bit of a trim. It's like kinking up at the bottoms, and my fringe is dead long and getting on my nerves. One thing that gets on my nerves. Woman brings his 8-year-old Johnny home and tells his mother that he was caught playing doctors and nurses with Mary. Her 8-year-old daughter, Johnny's mother, says, let's not be too harsh on them. They're bound to be curious about sex at that age. Curious about sex, replies Mary, mother. He's taking an appendix. Oh dear. Trust Nick. So as I say, it's kinking up a little bit. I'm about ready for a trim and about ready for a colour, and it's so yeah. So and could I mean, it was like when I went into God the Good Ones live stream last night, and he told me I'd won this God mask. It says, send me a message on Twitter. Well, I mean, I don't understand Twitter at the best of times. And could I fathom out how to send him a message? No. He ended up it's all right, pics. Oh shit.
Oh, you swore.
I know. Sorry.
Let's do it.
Oh, you going in the shower?
Yeah.
I ended up. I wrote on his like Twitter page, and he ended up messaging me because I couldn't fathom out how to do it. So we're having a little bit of banter, and he called me a thicko. And I says, well, I admit I'm thick, so I'm a technophobe. I don't know how these things work. So yeah, I admit I am a bit thick when it comes to social media, and I couldn't fathom out how to message him or anything. But we sorted it in the end, because same as I say, he messaged me, and you know. But hey ho. A woman sees a dozen people running down the road earlier. She said, what's going on? Someone shouts, a lion's escaped from the zoo. Bloody hell, which way did it go? You don't think we're chasing it, do you? Oh, dear me. Get worse, Nick. So what's everyone been up to over the weekend? Hi, dog, how are you? We're getting what is it? A Vauxhall Grandland XSE, whatever that is. It's an SUV, that's all I know about it. We did sort of go around the showroom and sort of, obviously, because of my disabilities, you've got to find the right car for you. We went and sat in another one, and there weren't as much room. And then we sort of sat in a estate, and I found that sort of getting in, or having to duck down when I got in, sort of thing. But that's the thing about these Motability. You've got to find a car that suits you. You know, easy getting in and out, etc. We did look at another one called a Mocha or something, but the boot weren't as big. Yeah, well, you see, here in the UK, it's because I get a disability benefit. It's like a rental. You rent it, but you have it for 3 years. So basically, got this car for 3 years, and then after 3 years, you don't have to pay no road tax. You don't have to pay no insurance. Only thing you've got to do is put petrol in it. Okay, then, Kate. But yeah, you know, we've got no insurance to pay. We don't have no road tax. We don't have no. It even comes with breakdown as well. My missus asked me to pass her lip balm. I gave her a super glue by mistake. She's still not talking to me. But yeah, you know, it's a great scheme. Yeah, you know, obviously you have to pay. It goes straight out your benefit. So you know, you don't you know, no deposit or anything. And you even get breakdown cover as well. You know, like if you have a no, it's basically we have a benefit called personal independence payment, and because I'm disabled, so if you get what they call the higher rate of mobility, it allows you to go and choose a car. Well, I still get some money, but because I get the enhanced rate of mobility, you get paid more for that part of it, and it's that pays for the car. So I will be getting less money, but because see, before I were only getting the standard rate of mobility. Yeah, that's more or less it, Nick. But because you get this higher rate of mobility, you see, before I were getting the standard rate, so that didn't allow us to get a car. But I asked them to look at it again, you know, with all the trouble that I'd had with my knee and not being able to get out, etc. I asked them to look at it again, and they changed it from the standard to the enhanced rate, if you know what I mean. And it goes on like a point system. I mean, before I fly monkey, I mean, before you've got to get at least 10 points to be able to get this, you know, the enhanced rate of mobility. Well, I missed it by about 2 points last, you know, when I applied for it before. So obviously they always say a change in circumstances, etc. So that's what I did. I said there's been a change of circumstances. My health deteriorated, my, you know, mobility deteriorated, etc. So I asked them to look at it again. And this time, we see, the thing is, I had to ring the because they wanted the wrote to me and says, "Oh, we need some more information." And they wanted to know when this problem with my knee started, or when, you know, the decline in my mobility. So I actually rung the doctors because we weren't quite sure, and it was actually February last year. So same as Pixie says, we should have gone for it sooner, but this fella with 2 wooden legs who asked for fire, the fire brigade saved the house. He was burnt to the ground. And insurance wouldn't pay out. They said he hadn't a leg to stand on. But yeah, so I sort of, pardon the pun, I walked it this time because I got 12. So obviously, but yeah, I mean, in all fairness, this Motability, Motability is a fantastic scheme, and it's sort of it enables people with disabilities to be more mobile. So, you know, it's a fantastic scheme. Yeah, you don't actually. Hi, Ian, how are you? But yeah, I mean, there's all this controversy of the universal credit. So yeah, yeah, I'm not too bad. The police phoned me to tell me my missus was in hospital. How is she? I asked. Very critical, proud the officer. What's she complaining about? So yeah, and if you're wondering, I did win a giveaway. I've won a God mask. And I missed it. So I've just been telling everybody Bella's really poorly. I've heard from her over the weekend. She thought it were a cold to start with, and then she said she thought she'd got the flu. And I says to her, because she's down at her daughter's at the moment, and I sort of says, can't you go to a walk-in centre or get to see an emergency doctor? Obviously, because she's down at her daughter's, and she says she rung one of these NHS, I don't know, well, lines or whatever, and they've just told her they think it's a virus. But I said, well, I wouldn't. I sort of won't take their word for it, because when she spoke to me, it sounded like, you know, tonsillitis. She says her throat were really bad and her eyes were sore and itchy, and so yeah, she says she hadn't been that ill in years. You know what I mean? She was really, really poorly. And as I says to her, I says, when, you know, when we're planning on coming back? And hiya, Carolyn, how are you? She says, well, let's look at it. She says, I won't planning on coming back till a week on Wednesday. I says, well, it's a good job, really, because, you know, yeah, she's not very well at the moment, Ian. She thought it was a flu, but yeah. So what giveaway did I win? I won a God the Good One mask. I've entered several giveaways over a couple of years that I've been on YouTube and never won a thing. So yeah. Well, some as I say, he only did the draw yesterday. I was the last. It was giving 10 away, and I was number 10 drawn out. So I had a time and a half trying to work out how to message him on Twitter, because he wanted, contact me on Twitter and give me your address and everything. And could I figure out how to message him on Twitter? And I had to go to his Twitter page and say, I haven't got a clue. So he ended up messaging me. So sorted it out eventually, but you've been trying for that as well. But some as I say, I never win anything. I mean, the makeup channels and everything that that I follow, I'm always sort of enter me for your giveaway and never win anything. Excuse me, I'm still eating my breakfast. But I am actually doing a giveaway. Well, I've been saying, hiya biggies, how are you? I've got to do the video and everything for it. Yeah, I want a God the Good One mask. Hi, Gail, by the way. So yeah, I mean, it's not nothing fantastic, you know what I mean? But I've never won out anything, so I was quite excited when I was the last one drawn out. I've been day outdoors. So I mean, I'm not going to say that I'm going to wear it, but I'll show everybody when it comes. I don't know what, and Gail will probably be better pronouncing that than I. Anyway, they stopped for lunch. Yeah, I've won something. You know what I mean? Said to the waitress before we order, I wonder if you could settle an argument for us pronouncing where we are, but very, very slowly, please. Girl leaned over and said, Burger King. I've got to wear it. It's just a thing with two holes in and a thing. Oh, I don't know. I might do. I might do just for the laugh. But some as I say, I actually missed the draw. I was that busy sort of watching some programs on the television. I thought I'll just have a nosy who's on YouTube, etc. I noticed he was live, and it says God Mask giveaway, and I thought, oh, I'll tune in, but I actually missed it. So I got a telling off there, and it says, it says I've done draw. It says, and guess what? It says I'm giving 10 away. It says, and guess who's number 10? And he sort of held this notepad up, and they're away right at the very bottom. So yeah, I actually missed it. Pulled out the hat and missed it. Oh, it's first time you've been on YouTube. So yeah, I'm no good at doing voices anyway, so let alone but he's actually from Leeds, and he always says he has to translate for me. So but yeah, I mean, it's like same as I say. I mean, Pixie's got like a Sheffield accent, and I'm from Nottinghamshire, so I just talk like they do in Nottinghamshire. You know what I mean? Yeah, they are very similar. They are very similar. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't come from Sheffield. I live here, but I don't come from Sheffield. I come from Nottinghamshire. But yeah, you know, it's like every region have got their own sort of accents, if you know what I mean. And I can't do accents at all. You know, I can just do the one that I, you know, that I was born with, so to speak. So Pixie's gone in the shower at the moment. He's loving his new Spark. He went to Derbyshire, I think it was yesterday. Some lovely pictures, you know, because it was a bit foggy yesterday. And he I'm from the West Midlands, and some people we see it where I originally come from, it's classed as the East Midlands. It's not his god mask, it's my god mask. So yeah, I might let him borrow it, but yeah, and you missed it, Gail. We're getting a new car, brand spanking new one off the production line. Yeah. As part of my mobility benefit, it allows us to go and pick a new car. So we're having a brand spanking new SUV from Vauxhall. Went down and chose it on Friday. So yeah. So we might come and visit you. A big improvement. I'll tell him when he comes out of the shower. So about the car. So yeah. It's okay then, B&J Outdoors, thank you for coming in. So yeah, it's a brand spanking new car. He looked through all the things and he says it's at the docks. They didn't say which docks, but obviously it had been, I don't know. So we chose a black one. They were undecided because I says to him, I says, I'll let you choose the colour. We could have had it in white, blue, red, black, 2 shades of grey, like a dark grey and a light grey. So yeah. But the good thing about this, about the car, Gail, is we don't have to pay no insurance, we don't have to pay any MOT, we don't have to pay any road tax. The only thing that we've got to do is put petrol in it. So it's gonna give us or myself a lot more freedom than before. Mind you, if he puts it on, make sure he keeps it on. Halloween isn't till October. Not sure I could cope with being scared every time well, that's it. So yeah. So yeah, so as plans are, we're gonna, you know, have car will travel, so to speak. You know, we're gonna try and get round to visit a few people. Hi Dennis. Chris did post some pictures in the Facebook group. The one that he took the pictures of obviously was the one in the showroom, which is a blue one. Yeah, and that's what we're saying, you know, that what's sort of getting us excited, Gail. It's not just that. I mean, Callum's at the age now where he's got his own key. We don't have to sort of wait about or waiting for him or anything. He's got his own key. We can go out for day. We can go, you know, like Skegness for day, or I've got a friend that lives in Whitby. Oh, this is going to make you laugh, Gail, because the one that we've chosen it's called Vauxhall Grandland S XC or something like that, or I don't know. So it's an SUV. So we sat in it, and we were looking on the dashboard, and it's got one of these like digital screen things in the middle. So I'm looking and I'm saying to Chris, I says, I can't see a CD player. So anyway, salesman comes back and, you know, I says, I've just got one thing to ask. I says, don't it have a CD player? And he went, they haven't put CD players in cars for about 2 years now. He says, what we all, you know, you know, what do you call them? MP3 players and everything. But if you lift this flap up, there's like a USB thing. So he says, all you need really, he says, is to download some tunes onto a memory stick or a USB thingamajig, plug it in there, and it'll play it through that. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, and that's what that's exactly what he said. He says if you've like got tunes on your phone, it says basically plug your phone into that USB thing or Bluetooth and whatever, it'll play it through your, you know, like tunes through your phone. I says, well, it shows you sort of how up to date I am. I was looking for a CD player. He says, well, they haven't done them for a few years now. It says in brand new cars. I went, oh, right. But yeah, same as we've said, you know, we looked at one or two. There were an estate, and I was sort of having to duck my head down when I got in. And I says, well, no, you know, I want something that's like got plenty of room. Hi, Alex, how are you? I says, got plenty of boot space because, like, let's say, for instance, we go on holiday, I'd probably be either in a wheelchair or something. You know what I mean? For getting about and etc. So I says, I need something like a pretty big boot for a wheelchair. So yeah, you know, I mean, and I says, well, I says, to be honest with you, I says, I'm old school, you know, tapes and CDs, you know what I mean, and that sort of thing. I says, you know, I ain't got a clue. Same as I say, he says, you know, just put some tunes on a USB stick or something like that, he says, or but it does, you know, it's like one of these things where you can plug your phone into it and connect through Bluetooth, etc. So I mean, it, you know, I'm a technophobe, I don't understand these things. Yeah, free tires from Quick Fit, and if you have a problem with like a chip windscreen or anything, just ring Auto Glass up, and you get RAC breakdown with it as well. So we are excited about it. The next step is basically it took Chris's like license, you know, details off his license and everything. And next thing is like we've got to go down and cite that apparently they send you a welcome pack and a PIN number or something. So the next step is you go back down to the dealership, and in order to like set the insurance and everything in motion, you go down, you put this PIN number in, and it's exclusive to you. Oh, I've had my blue badge for a few years now. So but yeah, it did say about the Quick Fit as well. Like, let's say, for instance, we go out one morning and somebody slashed his tyres. You just ring Quick Fit up and they'll actually come out and change the tyres, you know, instead of you sort of getting somebody to take car down or take tyre off. They'll actually, you know, they'll actually come out to you. The same with Auto Glass. You know, if you're driving down road and a chip comes up and it chips the windscreen, it says basically, the minute you get back home, it says you ring Auto Glass, it says, and they'll come and do that glue thing on the windscreen. Yeah. So, and he said, he sort of told us as well, a lot of people are under the misconception that Chris can only go out in the car when I'm there, but he says that's just a myth. It can go to Asda. Let's say I'm not feeling very well, and I say to Chris, or can you nip down to Asda and get me something, or you know, whatever. He can drive it without me being present in the car. And obviously, because of the blue badge thing, he says only thing you can't do, he says, is park in a disabled bay because the person's got to be present. And I says, well, we already knew that anyway. So so yeah, and the same as CCTV user says, after 3 years you just go back down, choose another car, and you get another brand spanking new car. So I mean, we actually went down there in a taxi and came back in a taxi, and we were, you know, are you been to choose a new, because obviously the taxi driver picked us up from the car showroom, and he says, oh, have you ordered a new car and all this, that and other? And I were explaining to him, I says, yeah, I says, ain't got to pay no deposit, it comes out my benefit, no tax, no insurance, no nothing. And he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it. And I says, we've not had to pay no deposit, no nothing. So and then after 3 years, you just go down and choose another one. I mean, so because obviously in 3 years' time there might be different makes and models available. So so yeah, so we're excited about that as well. And same as we've said, with Callum being the age that he is, he's got his own key, so we can go out and about. I've got friends in Whitby. Might go to Skegness for day, or yeah, we see, because we were talking about that, Lee, about a mobility scooter, and he says, well, you know, on your pips, he says, It says you can either have a car or a mobility scooter. So I says, well, I says we'd prefer a car. I says, but there's like mobility places around here, you know, like scooters and everything, and you can hire them like from £20 odd a week. So that's sort of another option that we'd be able to look into, because same as I said, you know, why a man should ever want to marry is a mystery, and why a man should want to marry 2 women is a bigger mystery. Oh dear, Nick. Lee says he's going to get a motorised mobility scooter soon.
Morning.
Well, you see that you see that's what we've gone for the SUV, is because, same as I said, like if we go to a place called Crystal Peaks, which is near us, which is like it's like Meadowhall but smaller. It's all right getting there, but I can't walk round, let's say. CCTV, he's on Pixington bandwagon now.
Pixington, CCTV using them.
Yeah, ice cold aircon in the summer. There you go, thank you. But same as we've said, it gives me that bit more independence to get out and to go places. You know, we can just get in the car, and now Pixie's got the Spark, and you know, we can go wherever you know, wherever we want. There is a sort of, it does say, you know, you're limited to, in the 3 years that you've got the car, 60,000 miles. But same as I said, I mean, that equates to 20,000 miles a year. You know, you won't never do 20,000 miles. You know what I mean? Even if
either like 5 times, it's still rather enough left over.
Well, that's it. You know, it just means it's given us that bit of, yeah. Well, you see, this is what I'm saying. You know, it's even if you were to go out here, there, and everywhere every day, it still won't equate to 20,000 miles a year. So, yeah. So, oh, did you stub your toe or something? Oh. So yeah, so I mean, it did say, well, it put estimated date, it was the 13th of March, but it said it could be sooner, because it were looking for cars that were already, like we sat in yeah, that's exactly, they give you if let's say, for instance, something drastically goes wrong with it, they give you a hire car as well while yours is being fixed. Oh,
I've got a package.
Yeah, Pixie's got a package. Didn't you want that?
No. Oh, it's the Parabolicas.
Have a look. It's all right, he ordered, because he got some parabolic extenders for the P4, and he tried them on the Spark and they don't work as good, but he borrowed somebody's yesterday.
I've still got it.
Yeah, well, he's still got them, but he'd already ordered some, and his mate says, I'll let you borrow these till yours come. Well, that's what's come today, and just the range extender things. Oh, drove Vauxhalls for 22 years. I now have the rarest insignia in the country. Ooh. But you see, when because this, I went for my assessment in December. Nick says, we don't want to see Pixie's privates this time in the morning. But yeah, because I went for the assessment in December, and because they've been dragging the heels, it sort of got the letter, because you got to wait to get the letter before you could go down and order this thing. So we're waiting all last week for this letter coming. So anyway, the letter came, I think it was Thursday. So
the protective film before you.
So anyway, so I rung up and we went down Friday morning, and it says right at the bottom of this letter, we may owe you some money, but we'll write to you separately with this. So yeah, I mean, it's like if you take it in for a service, Nick, they let you have a car in return. Let's say, for instance, you're involved in a crash, you get them to come and tow it, and they get you in effect a courtesy car while that one's being fixed. So basically, on the bottom of the letter, it says we may owe you some money. I thought, well,
£600,000. Thank you very much.
that'd be nice. Hiya, Mark. How are you?
I know, Mark.
So yeah.
No choppers.
No, it's Centroid.
I know, Centroid, lad.
So yeah, we're just talking about the new car, Mark.
I can't get that off yet.
He's just received some parabolic extenders. So right, he's asking me to get this, like it says, tear off the protective film before use. Only problem is it's a bugger to get off. It's not coming off. Well, they anyway. And that's the thing we're trying to get off. So yeah, I mean, they put these things on that good that you can't get them off, and it's just, you might have to, it's just sticking, it's not coming off properly. So anyway, there is basically, you know, the two aerial things that stick up, Gail, they slot on there, and it's supposed to give you a better range. Now, it did have some for the P4, but they were bigger than this. Now, it was told that the ones that he had for the P4 would be all right, but they were a bit bigger than this. So yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to get that off, because it's right.
I've been poshing, I've been pate.
Oh, yeah, can't get it. It's just like ripping off.
The bloody rip off.
Ian says I'm back to us just maintaining the board. Nick says that's not the only thing that sticks up. Oh,
morning, Dennis.
So yes, it's a glorious day here. I mean, you could probably see the sun shining. It's cold, but the sun's shining, and I can give you two guesses what Pixie will be doing in a bit. And it don't take a thing to yeah, it's absolutely glorious sunshine. I mean, it were a bit foggy this morning, but it were yesterday. But it's glorious here today, because sort of Chris's first words were, oh, it looks like shorts weather. And I went, yeah, but it's cold. You know, first sign of sunshine, and Pixie saying, no, I'll it looks like shorts weather. I took the shell off my racing snail in an attempt to make it faster, but it just made it more sluggish. Tumbleweed across the screen. So yeah, I mean, I was just talking about we've actually been and ordered the car, Ian, but it's probably going to be a few weeks before we actually get it. So yes, I mean, Ian will know what I'm talking about because I did tell him all about it.
Gail's in.
Hey?
Gail's in.
She's been in ages.
I'm sorry, I have to see that.
Okay, later. See you later, Gail. He's been in the shower, Gail. I think he missed you when you first came in.
Hello, Gail. Bye, Gail.
What the heck is going on, folks? Not a lot. Yeah, same as I say, I've been waiting since December for the decision, and I got that peed off for waiting. It was like 10 weeks last week, and I rang them up and I says, look, I says, this is getting ridiculous. It even says on their own answer phone, you're supposed to hear within 6 weeks. I says, it's 10 weeks now. I says, and I still haven't heard anything. And they actually told me over the phone that I'd got the I-rated mobility, but in order to go and order a car, I'd got to actually wait for the proof of the letter coming. Yeah, that's what they told me, 6 weeks, and I got that. I'd rung week before that, and they said, oh, we'll write to you. That's basically all that they keep telling you. Well, we'll write to you with a decision. I says, look, I says, it says on your own answer phone within 6 weeks. I says, it's 10 weeks. I says, and I might be doing a vlog later. Millionaire shortbread. I couldn't think what I was doing then. But I mean, sort of previous to that, I'd rung up and I got this snotty woman on the phone, and she says, well, she says, we have got a backlog. She says, and that's out of date. I says, well, when they tell you 6 weeks, you expect 6 weeks, not 8, 10 weeks. Anyway, but it were like, I thought, well, I'm going to keep at them. Yeah, I'm going to keep at them. And I sort of I was getting a little bit irate with them last week. I says, I've phoned you every single Monday. I says, for the past few weeks. I says, and I still haven't had the letter. And he actually told me over the phone that I'd got the I-rate mobility. Now, that is unusual because they don't usually tell you over the phone, but I think he knew that I was getting a bit irate and fed up of waiting sort of thing. So
irate is the polite word.
Hey?
Irate is the polite
word. Same as Chris says, irate was the polite word for it. So anyway, he actually did tell me over the phone. He says, but basically, he says you can't do anything about it. He says until you actually get the letter confirming it, because you're going to need that letter when you go down to the
Well, a coffee but the water one.
I'm not bothered.
Not bothered.
You know, you can't actually do anything about it until you get this letter. Now, they told me that the letter went out on Valentine's Day, which was the 14th of February. And it didn't arrive till last Thursday, which were exactly a week since they posted the letter. And it took a week for the letter to get here. And then I had to laugh in because I actually got the letter, and then at bottom it says, we may owe you some money. I went to right. you know, amount of time I've had to wait. So, so yeah, all's well that ends well, basically. So, John Amber Solar Powered Homestead, is that John and Amber? So yeah, you know, we got there eventually. So I did say, sort of once Bella's back home and everything, we're going to come up and see you and Sophie and Bella and Baz. So yeah, see, you can't put wool over my eyes, Amber. Or is it John? So yeah, so same as we've said it, you know, we're getting wheels and everything. We can go round and visit come round and visit everybody. And Dennis and Emma, that they're on his list as well. Dennis wants us to leave the car in his drive. Yeah. It's John. Yeah. Okay then, Dennis. See you later.
Hello, Dennis.
Kings in Darwin. Huh? Evening from down under.
Hey.
So yeah, you know, we want to go and see Dennis and Emma. We want to come see you and Sophie. We want to go and see Baz and Bella, and Amber's in here as well. So yeah, you know, same as we've said, Callum's at that age now. Dennis, who's he got visit Emma. But, you know, Chris, we're talking to Dennis the other day, and we sent him the pictures of it, and it was saying, oh, you know, that's a nice car, because Dennis is a Vauxhall fan as well. And he says, oh, he says, that'll look nice in my driveway. Yeah. Thank you, Mark. We thoroughly enjoyed it. We had a right laugh. Trouble is in the house. So, Mark says he's been in and out bike. Just wanted to say what fun I had Friday, and good to see you live again. And I've got to say this, Mark, you did up your game last night with the tinfoil hat, I must say. So so yes. And I keep saying this, but Steve has got to get something new on his head.
Yeah, it's getting a bit old.
Yeah, that guy, it's wearing a bit thin. Steve's hat. He's got to up his game a little bit. You know, people. You know, I mean, I said this to Chris last night. You know, you're going to the trouble of making a new hat every week. You've got, like, you know, Be Time Paranormal, you know, with the ones that they, you know, he's putting the same hat on every week. And I says, you've got to up your game, Steve. You've got to do something different.
Yes, that's right. Quickly being the Tin Hat King.
Yeah, he says, wouldn't want to disappoint. Trouble is, I'm running out of ideas. Hi, Alexander, how are you? The thing I've won is a God the Good One mask. And I actually missed it. I tuned in after the fact. It was still live, but it says, Jeanette Pickering, where you been? He says, guess what? He says, I've done the draw for the God mask. They were giving 10 away, and I was number 10. So hi, Andy. How's Beach, Andy?
Andy. Andy.
But I think you ought to give Steve a few tips, Mark, as regards the hat, and he needs to up his game a little bit. So yes, I actually won a God the Good One mask, and everybody in the chat has been saying this morning, when I do the coffee mornings, I've got to wear it when it comes. So so yeah, you know, that's going to be interesting. Darwin says it's only 32 there, and Andy says it's 36. So just slight difference in temperatures. So yeah, they've not been too bad, Amber. I sort of had a bit of a throat thing last week. I was losing my voice. We had any hot water because the boiler was on the blink. They came out and fixed that Thursday, and had to run all over the place for a spare part for it. It says, well, normally it says we'd have to order the pots. It says, well, look, we've already been without hot water for 2 weeks. So he says, well, that's why I want to do it today.
ASAP.
So we had to run to one place for one part and another place for another part. And I says, well, I don't care how long it takes you. As long as I've got hot water by end of play, I don't care. I'll tell you what the temperature is here. It is 9 degrees centigrade. I don't know what.
It's 16 today.
Yeah, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's 9 degrees. So yeah, so that's the temperature here today is 9. So yeah, you know, so we had quite a busy week last week. Same as I say, I got a sore throat and everything. I was losing my voice on Wednesday, so I didn't do the coffee morning on Wednesday because we'd got an interview with Centroid on Friday. So I thought, well, I'll save myself. But anyway,
I hope it's only 32 Celsius in
Darwin.
Yeah, that's right. I bet the cold.
He just said, he says, I almost need to put in on my jumper and beanie. I wished it were 36 here. So, but the sun, it's glorious sunshine. I mean, I don't know whether you can see sort of at the side of me. You can see the sun coming. It's lovely and sunny, just not very warm with it. You know, it's not very warm at all. Same as I say, I've just had a look, 9 degrees. So, and hopefully within the next few weeks when the car arrives, I hope it's like this and we can get off out and about. Cold there, we just run out of gas. Oh dear. I won a hat, didn't even know I'd won it, but told the person to give it to us. It cost a fortune for them to send it from over the pond. Oh. Well, this is it. I mean, I'm lucky because God, the good one is basically just up the road from us in Leeds. So, I mean, we're in Sheffield. It's about 35, 40 minutes away. So, you know, I mean, that's sort of the we see. The thing is, I mean, with this thing with the boiler, we'd still got heating, but we couldn't get no hot water. Now, we had this problem, I think, for about 4 or 5 months ago, and it was the opposite way around. We got hot water, but no heating. So, so basically, it was the opposite way around this time. We got the heating, but no hot water. And it same as I said, you know, it's like false economy, because they keep putting these parts on the boiler when, you know, they've got to pay engineer to come out. Why don't they just fit as a new boiler? So, but I mean, the plumber that came out previously to it, yeah, a plumber that came out previously to it said, well, you know, eventually you're going to have to need it. He says, in my opinion, he says, you're going to need a new boiler. You know what I mean? If you have any more problems with it, they probably fit it. But they didn't. They've just fixed it and that's it. So, you know, same as I've said, that it's not the first time they've been out to it. You know, if that's like practically the only thing they've ever been out to fix is the boiler. So, you know, I mean, if you look at the job sheet and whatever, oh, we've been out so many times to that particular boiler, I think we ought to fit them a new boiler, but they don't look at it like that. But same as I say, I've never won anything. So, and the fact is that it's only just up road. I mean, you know, I mean, it's not a big thing to win, but in my eyes, I've won a giveaway. So, you know, it's when I tuned in and he said I'd won. I was going to pick. Oh, I've won a God mask! I've won a God mask! I've won a God mask! I will get excited over winning it. So
like she won lottery.
Gail wanted you to wear it while you were flying your drone.
What, my God mask?
Yeah. This is my God mask, not his.
I don't need a mask to scare people while I'm flying drones.
Can you imagine it looks on people's faces when they see you flying drone with a God mask on? Oh. Well, that's it. Same as I say. I mean, I mean, I'm actually doing a giveaway myself, but I mean, it's not up everybody's alley. Hiya, Kieran. How are you? I mean, I'm probably excited about it. It's some of them cookie cutters. I've got 2 sets to give away.
Want to get that video done? Then they're gone.
I know. So yes, that, you know, Amber will get excited about those because she wants to win a set of them. So I've got 2 sets to give away, and it's been that busy these past few weeks, and I keep saying I've got to do the video. I've got to do the video, and it's just finding the time. You know, I've been doing the baking vlogs. I've been doing the live streams. I want a Don cookie cutter. A priest in India were having breakfast. The priest suddenly shouts out, "Look, I can see Jesus in the margarine." The Indian looks for a second, shakes his head and says, "I can't believe it. It's not Buddha."
Oh, talk to the devil and his shorts.
Hiya, God. I'm telling everybody I won a God mask. I'll overlook the fact that you called me a ficko. Set of willy cutters. Amen. Hiya, Cherry. I'm actually doing a giveaway, God. Do you want to win a set of cookies cutters? So yeah, that's my giveaway. I'm giving 2 sets to them away. It comes with special powers. So yes, they're my giveaway. I'm giving 2 sets to them away, but I've still got to do the video. Yeah, about it. So same as I said, you know, it's just a bit of fun.
They look brilliant, but I don't cook.
Well, you can give them to Mary if you win them. You know, I'm sure she'll make you some. Hiya, Phoebus and Sissy. How are you? I'm sure Mary will make you some penis cutters. Cookies, sorry. Cherry says, ha ha, they great.
Yeah.
Well, there's a story behind that. We had a meet-up in June of last year, and I ordered some, and they didn't come till after the event. So I actually went on Pixie's, because he's got Amazon Prime, and he ordered them on his account. Mary doesn't cook either. We might as well not have a kitchen. So, but, you know, they might come in handy. You never know. I mean, I've got to film the giveaway video yet. So it's just a bit of fun. It's my sort of sense of humour, and it goes hand in hand with what I do, baking, etc. Amber says, if I win, I'm going to make a lot of penis cookies and give one to my husband to eat, lol. But I mean, it's like I say, a cookie's a cookie, and whatever shape or form it comes in, you know, it's a cookie. It was just my sense of humour, you know, I just wanted to do it as a bit of fun, you know what I mean?
Cherry's not Cherry Giggles.
No, no. It's a different one. Hey, we've got Ian Matthews as well.
Hey, man in the shed.
Yeah. So yes. But yeah, Ian, I'm doing a giveaway. The cookie cutters.
That's a tongue twister.
Yeah, or the penis cookie cutters. Got 2 sets to give away. So yeah.
You could make chocolate chip cookies.
Amber, the big one. That's John, by the way.
Oh, is it? Hello, John.
They're little, yeah. Oh well. Mark says, not those things, lol. Yeah. Same as I say, that's just my sense of humour, you know, if nobody gets my sense of humour by now, but you know, it's just my sense of humour, you know. I thought, well, we've not got a lot of money, and I've got 2 spare sets anyway, so you know, it's just, I said once I'd reached 1.5k that I'd do the giveaway, and it's I'm going to have to film the giveaway rules and everything, so that's it. Alexander's hit the nail on the head, and same as we always say, it's not the size that matters, it's what you do with it. But I did actually, you know, rather than when I ordered them cookie cutters, I did try to order some booby shaped ones for the men, but you know, they'd sold out, funnily enough. You know, I did try to order the, you know, not to be, you know, the penis ones for the ladies, and I tried to order some booby ones for the men, but where's Eagle VP when you need him?
He'll be sunning it round. Oh,
I should really do a giveaway at 4K this 4K Sunday. Need ideas though.
Okay.
Well, you see what I do, Ian, is I base it on what I do, like the baking vlogs, and hence the, you know, I ain't sort of quite come up with an idea as, you know, a question or anything, sort of, but I thought, you know, to get people to watch my baking vlogs is say, well, you've got to watch it and tell me blah blah blah, you know, either one ingredients or how I made it, or you know, you know, it's, you know, I sort of loosely base it on what my channel's about, and, you know, the vlogs that I do, which is obviously baking. I mean, it like last time, I mean, when I hit 1K, I did a giveaway, and I sort of did something simple, like just name one of my cats. You know what I mean? But because I'm like giving 2 away this time, I same as I say, I haven't really sort of put fine touches to it, and I sort of, based on the, you know, on an idea, you know, in this vlog, you know, blah blah blah, and that's it. So it makes it, you know, they've got to actually watch the vlog to find out what I did, or something to that, you know. But you see, the thing is, I mean, with Ian, I mean, he uses a lot of scrap things, and, you know, builds things from scrap and whatever. You know what I mean? It's
but it's, give away a box of what they call them, electric straws that you got.
What?
You know, them electric straws that you got.
Oh, right, yeah. It's what's that, about 720?
No, because I said, because he got 4 cases, does that mean you could see your supporters more clearer?
Oh.
And then I said, I must be in 1080p, and Jeanette's in 720, but is catching up fast.
Oh.
You're still not really.
Yeah, I'm not really. You could hide a penis cookie cutter in a shot while you're filming. We have to spot. Yeah, it's sort of same as I said. It's got sort of be loosely based on, you know, the baking vlogs, etc. You know, I haven't sort of fine-tuned it and sort of come up with, you know, I mean, because the last one I did were easy, you know. I mean, everybody that sort of tunes in and knows, you know, either one or all, we always mentioning the cats' names, and I thought, well, I'll make it easy for the first one. You know, but it's sort of, it's encouraging people to watch me vlogs and say, well, on the vlog about, I don't know, I made cherry shortbread arts not so long back, you know, what did I use to stamp them out, or things like that, you know what I mean? And congratulations, Ian, again.
Yes, well done, Ian.
So yeah, it's it's sort of coming up with an idea that, you know, encourages people to watch the baking vlogs, etc. So yeah, but I mean, same as I say, we ain't got a deal of money, you know what I mean? And I just thought, well, I've got 2 spare sets of these cookie cutters, and you know, I only need 1 set really. So I thought, well, I'll do the giveaway, but I'll give 2 sets away, and, you know, it's just my way of giving back to people that support me, that come in and watch me.
Well, that's a good idea, Nick.
Ah, I won't have a clue how to do that for a start. You could do a couple of videos with a secret password embedded in one of them, and people have to watch the vlogs to find the password. Ooh, that is a good idea in principle.
Yeah, I know what to do with that.
Yeah, Pixie says he knows anyway, so it's him that films them, and it's him that edits them and everything. So I mean, if he knows. Ivy, hiya. Yes,
Oh, I spelled it wrong.
yeah, So yeah, I mean, probably Pixie could sort that out. Oh, it's gone up to 17.
The Redneck Channel.
Oh, yeah, that's Magic's new channel.
Ah.
So
press big red button.
Amber says that Equinox, that will be too hard. So yeah, you know, I mean, for the latecomers, I've won a God Mask. So comedy with a difference. So yeah, you know, it's an idea, and same as Amber says, it might be a bit too hard. It's some, as I say, we're batting these ideas about, you know, I mean, it's basically, I did that last year with the Trollbuster giveaway. I had the fact I was Trollbuster on this channel. It's on the boat video right near the end. Yeah, I can remember that.
Hey, Michelle.
God, the good one says you got to wear it to it. Well, you see, when it arrives, I might do the coffee morning wearing it. So just a question, God, did you get me a dress? Oh, yeah, she says she's changed her name. So yeah. So that's just the question. Did you receive me a dress? Yeah. Well, you see, same as I said in the message, I'm a technophobe, so I haven't got a clue when it comes to social media. As regards, you know, I didn't know. I hadn't got a clue. Ah, well, you see, that was sort of loosely what I was thinking, Dennis.
You could do what,
you know,
in a certain
yeah, you know, sort of loosely, like say, well, I did this, and what did I use this for, or what's the surprise ingredient in this internet dip? Yeah.
Cheeky one.
Well, that basically sums me up. You know what I mean? I know how to do the hangouts, but I mean, like Pixie and Centroid and everybody does the OBS. I ain't got a clue when it comes to that. I can only just work hangouts. So, you know, I won God the good one that's in here now. I actually won a God mask. It's first time I've ever won anything. You know what I mean? And sort of when he told me, I'm going, oh, I've won a God mask. I've won a God mask. Every time he's done a giveaway, I've entered, and oh, I didn't win this time. And then I actually missed it. So, but I tuned in. Yeah, it's a gift from God. So yeah, I mean, it was, and then he sort of I got telling off because he says, "Where you been?" I says, "Well, I didn't know it were happening tonight." You know, I knew it were doing the giveaway, but I didn't actually know it was actually happening last night. But I did sort of tune into the tail end of it to be told that I'd won a mask. So yes, I mean, Pixie will tell you, God, I were excited. Well, God, the good one, it actually only lives up the road. Well, when I say up the road, about 30, 40 minutes up the road. And he wears a mask. Nobody has actually seen him because he wears a mask, and is done a giveaway of some God the Good One masks. What I'll do is when it arrives, I'll put it on, and you'll be able to see what I won. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, you know, God the Good One is that sort of person. It's dead funny, but
It's my real face. Yours is a mask.
but you know, not a lot of people. I'm trying to think of a good way to say that. Not a lot of people get him. His sense of humour, you know, but it's sort of. He's on our wavelength, if you know what I mean. You know, it does. He does a lot of things that are a bit sort of. Can I put it close to the bone? Let's just say. You know what I mean? But I personally, I think he's funny. You know what I mean? I think he's funny. You know what I mean? It's but you've sort of got to get his sense of humour to understand, if you know what I mean. So yeah, quirky. Yeah. Ivy says, if I may use the word quirky. You know, I mean, people might sort of tune in and say, well, you know, what's this idiot talking about, sort of thing. But you've got to get his sense of humour. Oh, Nick says, I'm hoping to start my new project soon, waiting for the bits to arrive from Amazon. Oh, that sounds interesting. Religious people and Muslims don't like it. But you know what I always say? You can't please everybody all the time. You know what I mean? I mean, there's people that don't like me. You know what I mean? East Dad, how are you? Oh, 21, Gordon Bennett. You know, but I'm just me being me. You know, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Not everybody gets me. You know what I mean? I'm down to earth. I say it as I see it. You know what I mean? Do they do 12-inch silicon cake molds? No idea. What, on Amazon? I'll have a look. Jeanette Pickering, correct. We should have different opinions. We all have the right to get upset about. Well, this is it. This is it. You know, and I always say, you know, if you don't like me, then you don't have to tune in. You know, it's a case of I'm like Marmite. You either love me or you hate me. So I couldn't give a rat's ass, basically. You know, basically, we've all got as different opinions. We've all got as different, you know. But I'm of this. Why sugarcoat anything? You know, I say it as I see it. Did you guys check out Steam It? Oh. No, I didn't actually.
I forgot all about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I've now you mentioned it. I forgot all about it.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, but you know, it's a case of, you know, I mean, I do the baking vlogs. Not everybody, you know, people probably think, oh God, you know, she makes a load of crap, sort of thing. But that's who I am. I'm not sort of putting any airs and graces on. I mean, the only time I wear makeup is if I'm going out to an occasion. You know, this is who I am. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't put any airs and graces on. What you see is what you get with me. You know what I mean? It's a case of, yeah, you know. Oh, there's such a thing as crap cookie cutters.
Yeah, they don't cook the crap.
This is it. Hey, Chopper's in.
I know, Chops, lad.
You driving your new wheels? I saw you post on Facebook this morning. But yeah, you know, I mean, I'm a, when I say middle-aged woman, I'm a bit past middle age, but I'm a middle-aged woman. I do my baking. It's just something I enjoy doing. Yeah, unless you're an underground dwelling reptile, this is it. Oh, Michelle's at 1K as well.
Hey, boom.
Yeah, we've got DJM. He's just at 1K as well.
Awesome.
So, you know what I mean? It's a case of, you know, I do baking because I love it. I don't like to do anything that's too difficult because I like to think that, you know, Joe Blogs can say, oh, what? Oh, Benny. It's all right, knocking everything flying. You know, people will watch me vlogs and say, oh, well, I like that. I might have a bash at that. I don't like to do anything too difficult. You know what I mean? I like to do things that your everyday person could do. You know what I mean? Like let's say, for instance, Cherry had watched one of my vlogs and say, oh, actually that looked quite good. I might have a bash at making that. Yeah, but until you try, God, you don't know. You know what I mean? It's like the only one that I had a problem with, somebody asked me to do red velvet cake, and the first one I did was total washout. So I scrapped that one and thought, right, I'm not going to let it beat me. I'm going to find another recipe. I did another recipe, and that it were all right. But you know, it's I like to do something that your everyday person, whether they're a baker or not, that they'll say, oh, you know, I'll have a go at that. And then I mean, the best comments in the world are, oh, well, I've made that and it turned out, you know what I mean? That's to me, that sort of solidifies what I do when people will say, well, yeah, I've made it, or, you know, I've done that, or I'll definitely be making that. Yeah, we've got 20. Wow. 20, oh, I can't get over that. How many's watching?
Just Dad's 23.
Yeah. But Amber says she's old. How do you think I feel then?
Oh, Chops is going to be.
Oh, Tombawamba. Is it Tombawamba? Toowoomba? Oh, I don't know how you pronounce it. Yeah. Well, I've got another 10 years on well, I've actually got 20 years on you, Amber.
Go back to bed at 6:38 here. See you later, Eastern.
Okay then. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate it. You know I do. Give us some love, guys. I must write it down, Ivy, and I'll have a look after that.
Steve, I've just joined it.
Have you?
Yeah, but the thing it looks like you got to pay.
Oh. Well, you see, the thing is, Cherry. I mean, not a lot of people know this because they just see me sitting here. But I've got disability problems. Doing a shakedown run with my new ute. Ooh. So not only have we got some new, well, getting some new wheels, but Chopper's got his new wheels. Nick says, I've heard of Chumbawamba, but they were a god awful pop group. So yeah. Yeah, I'm 52, but feel 100. Yeah, same here, Choppers and all. I mean, I'm 56, and some mornings I feel 106. Like this morning, for instance.
Yeah, but wait till you're going out and getting all that lovely sunshine.
I know. What? Chris is getting a new bike.
I'm getting a new bike.
What? Chris getting a new... We haven't got some new wheels ordered, Baz. We went down Friday, picked it out with brand new car straight off at production line.
Yeah, Baz, I am getting a new bike. I'm nicking yours.
Yeah, we'll pick it up on way down to yours. Lol, you're too bubbly for a 106. I feel 106 some mornings. Well, it might have something to do with happy pills that doctor gave me. I think they're finally kicking in. So that Pixie's laughing. Oh, he's been staying with Big Gaz.
Oh.
And been sleeping on floor. Well, you know what to do. Stay there. Yeah, well, Pixie's nearly 10 years younger than me.
So Abba's got a sugar daddy, you've got a toy boy.
Yeah.
Ooh, 3 weeks time, they could be 49, the old gig.
You see, same as we've said, now the new wheels is ordered, we'll be able to go around visiting everybody. Might make an exception for Nick, though, I think. Only joking, Nick. You can pimp it redneck style.
Told you then.
You know, I'm only joking. You know, we love you, Nick. Oh dear.
Hello, was blind.
Great laugh. That's what I say. I think happy pills is kicking in. I like older men.
I am Cherry Giggles.
No. I'm 55 this year, but mentally still like 18. Oh, Cherry Giggles. Yeah, Pixie's my toy, but I didn't see Cherry Giggles. It's going like clappers. Typical Nick. You could shove the car somewhere pissed. Sun don't shine. It's all right. Chris is tittering to himself in corner. You know, we're only joking. Cherry Giggles, I want to type. Jeanette is a cougar. It's a compliment. Yeah. I mean, I always say I'm a cougar. So, Oh, you've been getting into trouble, have you, Choppers?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Okay, then. I just wanted to say hi, going back to sleep. Night. Well, it's morning here. Meow. But yeah, I mean, to the untrained eye, I mean, people see me and Chris and I think we're the same age. So I don't know whether that's a compliment to me or a compliment. Benny's there on the table, looking away in disgust. And that's Pixie's hand waving. He says, I'm always in the poo, just the depth varies. Oh, well, you know what they say. You know what they say, Chopper. Sorry about that. I'm adjusting my camera. In for a penny, in for a pound. If you're going to get shot, you may as well get shot for something really serious. And same as Alexander says, I hope you filmed some of these antics that you've been getting up to. Hiya, WrestleMania. How are you?
WrestleMania.
So, you know, I could be really evil and let the snowflake service it for you. Yeah, right. I want it doing this year, not next year. If you get me meaning. But hopefully, I think there's sort of certain mileages you have to take it in. I don't really. How's Kate? Haven't seen her in a while. She's okay. She was streaming last night because she's got the new PS4. So she was streaming on that last night. She was did a live stream last week, but we're not to mention that.
That's why I couldn't tell that Pixie was younger piece, Pixie. At least you can't tell.
Causation, people.
I made it. My husband is less than 10 years older than I am, but I vary age, so no one believes it.
Yes, I know that's being evil. But yeah, why not mention? Because there were a dick in it. That's all I'm saying.
Putting it politely.
Yeah, okay then, Cherry. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again soon.
Yeah, see you later,
I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So, yeah. Supposedly a friend of hers who were being a dick, basically. Yes, a certain individual on the stream. Yeah, somebody were being it were being a dick, basically. So, you know, basically saying that me and Kate were hating on men, and all she made mention to were having babies and things like that. Yeah. And he sort of went on a rant, and then he private messaged her and called her a nasty name. And then sort of after he'd said the fact, he messaged her and says, oh, I'm sorry, I were angry. You know, that don't cut it with me. Yeah, Nick says he disliked him from the first time I met him. But you see, it sort of come down to it. It were having a go at me as well, and he said basically, I'll challenge you to an arm wrestle, and I went, you don't want to go there, mate, because I'll knock you into the middle of next week. You know, we'll not go down that route, mate, because you don't want to challenge me to anything. I says, because I'll knock you into the middle of next week, right? Quite literally. He's supposedly a friend of Kate's. Supposedly.
Not anymore.
She says, I Mr. Really, yeah. And best about it, though, Cherry Giggles, is Kate were live, and he went, I'm live, guys. you know, we thought that everybody were going to go over to his live stream and leave Kate in the lurch. Who does that?
And posted a link to his live.
Yeah, and posted a link to the fact that we were live. And then because nobody went over, it came in and it... So yes, it was, yeah, it was quite an eventful one, actually. So,
I'm going to see.
It were a friend of hers, somebody called Patrick, I think. Well, we'd already blocked him and unsubbed him. So, you know, the same as Nick says, yeah, it were, you know, I want all the attention, you know, I want all the attention on me, that sort of scenario, sort of thing, you know. I want all the attention, and they wanted all the attention taken away from Kate, you know. But you've got 10 in. Yeah, right. But in all honesty, I think if you get what I mean. I think he'd had one too many Vinos. But everybody was saying, give it up, you know, you know, you're fighting a losing battle here, you know, because everybody were behind Kate. Redneck Channel says, oh, I can hear a DJI drone start up in the background.
That's Fish back.
Yes, he is.
What I did were, you know the Tiny Planet thing? Where it twirls up?
No.
Picture. Anyway.
Yeah.
It wouldn't download yesterday. I'm trying to do it today. It would be in a bugger.
Yeah, Chopper says, but I want all the attention. Well, that was this scenario, Choppers, they were, you know, because sort of with Kate's live stream, she was getting all the attention. You know, it were, you know, I want all attention on me. Hi, Glyn, how are you?
Hey, me is it?
So yeah, it was a sorry state of affairs. Let's just say that, and they were all kept saying, you know, give it up because you know you're fighting a losing battle here, and he wouldn't heed anybody's advice. Yeah, I think he'd been on Vino. I mean, because last time, and the fact of the matter is, he kept saying, "Can I come up? Can I come up and explain what I'm trying to say and all this, that, and all that?" Because she wouldn't invite him up on the panel. He took offence to it. So yeah, you know, at the end of the day, it was Kate's live stream. She can invite whoever she wanted. I mean, I was the only person on the panel. You know what I mean? It was one of these, I want to come up on panel. I want to tell, you know, my side of things. And she'd already had that previous to that, you know what I mean? So she said she weren't going to invite him up again. And because he wouldn't, you know, because she wouldn't play ball and she wouldn't invite him up here, sort of threw his dummy out of the pram. Like a lot of people here on YouTube. But
not having it.
Okay then, Ivy. Thank you for coming in, and I'll see you again soon.
Bye, Ivy.
Hope you feel like 40. Them days is long gone. Yeah. We see this as the thing, Nick. I mean, you get people that think they're better than you. You know what I mean? To me, everybody's equal. You know what I mean? Everybody is equal in their own right. You know what I mean? And I appreciate, you know, the fact that I've got 16 in still. And And I do appreciate everybody that, you know, that supports me, that comes to my live streams. Yeah. And Nick says, no, it wasn't your group, Glyn. Yours is one of the best groups. But you get people that think they're being so big, you know, that I mean, Glyn does some fantastic like sunrises.
Nick, that's what I was just about to say.
You know what I mean? It's people that are in the photography business have got their own take on things. You know, Glyn does the awesome sunrises and things like that. You know, to me, you've got, I mean, it's like Alex does the wedding photography and things like that. You've got your own niches, if you know what I mean. And what one photographer does, another photographer might do it different. You know what I mean? You've got your own take on things. You know, it's what one photographer might think, oh, this is an awesome shot, and you know what I mean? Somebody else might do it differently. Yeah, and that's what I've said about, you know, when I've had negative comments on my channel, Nick. You know, I mean, a certain person said, well, if that, you know, not naming no names, but oh, I'd have put heat up on oven so it cooks quicker. It don't always work out that way, because some things you have to have on a low heat and cook slower. And I says sort of in the comments, you know, this were a 20-year-old trying to tell me how to bake, and I says, you know, it's like a case of trying to teach my grandma how to suck eggs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know what I'm doing. And when it says like gas mark 3, you have to put it on gas mark 3, because if you put it up higher and it cooks quicker, it burns. You know, I mean, that sort of don't take a genius to work that one out.
Are you listening, Dennis?
Oh dear, we're not mentioning that.
Sorry, I had to throw it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you know, the temperatures and everything there are there for a reason. Yes, oh yes, it's put you out with some laughing faces. Oh dear. But yeah, you know, I mean, this particular person, I mean, I've blocked them now. You know, sort of. But you know, I more or less said to this person, you know, I'm the baker here. You know what I mean? I sort of, I was baking since before you were born. You know, and it's like you're trying to tell me something. You know what I mean? It were hilarious, really.
Oh,
so we're not mentioning the frozen pie episode then, Dennis.
So late now.
Oh dear. Running joke wheels. Yeah. I don't know whether you do or not. Big Red Bear. So there you go. I've mentioned his name. I mean, he's only 21, but yeah, take temperature up on oven and it cooks quicker. Yeah, it don't always work that way. Chopper says this body took 50 years of neglect to get to this good at cooking. But, you know, and I said exactly the same. You know, you tried to teach my grandma how to suck eggs here. You know what I mean? I've been baking since before he were born. And, you know, if I don't know what I'm doing by now, then it's time to give up, sort of thing. But, you know, and put it this way, I've not had any disasters, let's just say. And most of you know, because you've watched my vlogs, you know, everything turns out, yeah, not sometimes not what I expect them to turn out, but, you know, oh, Choppers was doing a you know, he says he's doing a video with his ute tomorrow. But it's, you know, it's, you know, I mean, I often say young'uns these days, they like to think that they know it all. And, you know, when I talk about baking, I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, messing up is not a failure, it's called learning. But this is what I'm saying. The only sort of one I had to re-strategize was the red velvet cake. I did it, but they didn't rise as much as I wanted to. So I said, right, I'm not pouring that up. Went back to the drawing board. I got another recipe. Did it. Perfect. So, you know, it's if at first you don't succeed, then you keep trying. You know what I mean? It's same with everything. So, Glyn says, thanks. Stood there waiting for the right moment in my wellies. But this is the thing. You know, it's same as I've always said. I mean, it's I like to. It's like I'm doing millionaire shortbread. Now it says on the recipe difficult, but I've gone through it and I've gone through it, and it's not all that difficult. But I like to do things that I know that, you know, somebody will say, "Oh, I enjoyed that," and I'll have a go at making it myself. Hi, Vanessa, how are you? You know, and that's sort of the aim of doing what I do. It's so people can say, "Oh, I'm going to have a go at that." I've had no end of comments saying, "Oh, you know, they looked up." I've heard of red velvet cakes with some sort of type of liquor in them. Ooh.
Vodka.
But you know, I mean, I did the shortbread cherry arts for Valentine's Day. I mean, I downloaded a cake, and it was like a chocolate cake, but got like a red art going through it. Now I looked at the recipe, and you've got to bake the red bit first and stamp them out with the art-shaped cookie cutters, and then like stand them in the batter. And the same as I said to Chris, I could do it okay, but if somebody were to watch that and thinking, "Oh God, that's too much trouble," I don't think I'd be able to do that. That's sort of what on the grounds that I'm thinking about. You know what I mean? I like to think that, you know, like the white chocolate brownies, they were simple enough to make, and I like to think that people can look at that and say, "Oh, I'm going to have a bash at doing that." Well, you see, the thing is, this is what I'm saying about the temperatures and everything being right, cheery giggles. You know, you've got to have the oven at the right temperature. I always put the oven on a bit before I start so it's warmed up. So, I mean, when they say like 160 centigrade or gas mark 4 or whatever, you've got to do it to the T, because otherwise, if you have it too high a temperature, it cooks quicker, but it burns it also. You know what I mean? And if you take it out the oven before it's, I mean, it might look cooked on the outside, but I have these skewer things, so I always test them before I actually take them out the oven with a skewer. So if it comes out with some mixture still on the skewer, then it's not ready. So in a way, there's an art to it, but it's just getting, you know, the right ingredients. You've got to follow the recipe to a T, and you've got to abide, you know, when it says a certain temperature, I mean, some things is best cooked at a low heat for longer. Cherry vodka in a cherry cake. Well, I actually, quite a while back, I downloaded, well, I printed it out actually, a vodka cheesecake. Nick says you're not related to my missus, are you, cheery giggles? Oh dear. Oh, well, Nick's got this running joke that everything Mrs. E cooks, she cremates it. Okay then, Dennis, I'll see you soon. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, so but I mean, I've sort of got to obviously, because we've got I mean, he's 16, but you've got to imagine that, you know, I don't want to do anything alcoholic with having you know, not a child but a teenager in the house. So, but I mean, the amount that goes into the cheesecake, it's you know, only a small amount anyway. We're actually sat with the door open. It's that lovely today. I'll just switch if looks could kill. I'll just turn the camera around and show you you see how sunny it is out there today. It's just focusing a bit. Shieldbird comment. Oops. So yeah. But I mean, it's like everything else. I mean, you know, some people are better at things than others are. I mean, like, you know, choppers can do, you know, things, recycle stuff. She says, I'm not going by the cooker again. Oh dear. Oh, 32 degrees and snowing. Vanessa, where Vanessa is. Say it's lovely and sunny here, but this, as we say in the UK, there's a little bit of a nip in the air. Yeah, I agree. I agree. At least I won't get food poisoning. You know, I mean, what what one person's good at. You know, I mean, it's like me. I'm crap with, you know, technology and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's, you know, I'm crap at it, but I can make a good cake. You know what I mean? Right, what I'm going to do, guys, looking out my window, people are jet skiing in the sea. Oh, hope they've got the wetsuits on, Glyn, because it's, I don't know, it's nice and sunny, but there's that little bit of a nip in the air. So, I bought a slow cooker, but I've not used it yet. I slow cook in the oven. We see, I've just changed the battery in the kitchen timer, otherwise known as the smoke alarm. What I'm going to do, I'm going to shut it down, guys, and I want to thank everybody for joining me, and hopefully I'll be doing the vlog later on, but if not, I'll be doing it tomorrow and publishing. Well, I not. Pixie will be. So I'll see everybody on Wednesday. I live stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So and sort of try and do the vlogs in between. So thank everybody for coming in, and I'll see you all again on Wednesday. Bye.